I think I've practically wasted the first 4 weeks of prep. That's no word of a lie.
I see you, Alex. You a fucking fool for this shit. Appreciate that one. S. I think it's time to put them in their place. I'ma have to set them straight. You don't know me. You don't know where I'm from or what I had to do to get this plate. Hey, let me paint a picture. Everybody dissing, acting like it wasn't cool to listen. Now look at me. I say now look at me.
Yeah. 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 Right? Yeah. 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 Right? Yeah.
Hello. Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of the One Chance series. This one's just going to be a bit of a on-the-go sort of day in the life. I'm going to go to some food. So if you want to head downstairs, journaling, coffee, food, and then I'll just sort of let that digest before I go to the gym. Alright, so first thing is about hydrating. With obviously both water, but also the supplement needs electrolyte. Look how white I look now. So supplement needs electrolytes, AM Brightman stack, and greens. So got the electrolytes here. Fell in love with this in Dubai. Fantastic supplement. AM priming. This is essentially for cognition. I always want to be cognitively ahead, whether I'm training or working. Greens also goes in first thing, and then also, of course, I'll make my pre and intra now, so I don't have to do it pre-gym. So EAs and Cipodextrin, and then at the moment, unfortunately, because I've got cleaning, I'm kind of keeping other stims to not a minimum, but well, yeah, a minimum. So I'll have my coffee shortly, but I won't be having any stim in my pre, so my pre will just be purely pump based. Coffee, sups, and then I have to eat. Obviously it's not too far away from training now, and then we will chill out for a bit. So I've got a few guys in prep now, so I'm asking them to check in twice a week. So on Sundays they will send their check-ins and get a faster WhatsApp response, so just to keep them in the loop if any changes needed, which is cool. So I'll sit here, journal, check in, eat, and then go train myself. I'm going to tease you a little bit because obviously you are coming to the gym with me, but afraid to say you won't be coming in. Alright, it wasn't actually that bad. I thought that could have been a horrendous session. I was going to skip hack squat altogether, but there's been so many times in the past where I've been like, oh, my back hurts, but if I brace properly I'll be able to get through it. So I just did the one working set, but matched reps on last week, which I'm happy with, given that I woke up this morning feeling rough in terms of my lower back. So I made up for it on leg press, so instead of doing one set on leg press I did two on there. So normal session other than that. Okay, so what we have here is post-workout, part one. This is mostly going to be protein and veg, really, protein and fibre. Bit of fat in there, there's like 50 grams of olives, so minimal fat. And then I've just topped it with mango chutney. What I think is fantastic about kind of what I think is fantastic about prep and food is that, well, at least I do, I put a lot of effort into making sure my meals are tasty. And make sure every meal is goddamn worth it. Got a bit of pomegranate in there, a bit of beetroot. Unbelievable array of micronutrients here. Part dos. 55 grams of these like Oreo cereal things. Had some out in Dubai and they were unreal. These ones they're like glorified Weetos. In fact, I wouldn't even say they're glorified. So they've taken the glory away from Weetos.
Yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah. 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 Right? Yeah.
So after the check-in this morning with Cal, he basically told me to have a high day like today, but that's because what he thinks of my training days we're a day out. So my rest day is actually tomorrow, so he thought today was a rest day. I'll get up, do my usual cardio, so I'll do 20 minutes. Tomorrow will just be a 20-minute fasted walk outside, where I try and get my, in fact not try to be fair, I've been pretty good at getting out there, where I get my heart rate up to 130 beats per minute, and then that's when the 20 minute starts. Other than that, 10,000 steps, so it's that cardio plus the 10,000 steps, and then it's a rest day, which works well because actually Monday's probably my busiest day in terms of work. Good morning. So it's what is it, 6:40 Monday morning. So spent a couple of hours at my nan's last night, or yesterday afternoon. Got home, made dinner, watched Money Heist and Man U beat Newcastle, and then got myself off to bed. So bedtime is typically around 10:30 to 11, and then I wake up between 5:30 and 6, depending on what time I got to bed. Got up at 6 this morning, so I've woken up. To be honest, as expected, body weight was slightly higher this morning. I did expect that because the last two low weigh-ins have been after really long and late sleeps. So I woke up at close to 8 the last 2 days. So obviously today I'm 2 hours earlier, which is always, mostly always going to be a heavier weigh-in. So I've just had my morning supplementation, both pills and powders. So you've seen the AM priming stack, the greens and the electrolytes from Supplement Needs. So I'll typically get up, have all that, and then I'm going to go for my walk now. On days when I'm at the gym, this walk would just be steps. Today I'm not going to the gym, so this walk has to be cardio, so it needs to be slightly higher intensity. I need to get my heart rate up to 130. But yeah, we'll get back, I'll get the coffee on, have a shower, and then I will sit down and crack on with my work. So I won't do like a full walkthrough, but as you can probably see at the moment, as you've seen in previous videos, we've got the desk here, small desk. It was like a cheap, I think it was like 45 quid, stopgap desk from IKEA. It's actually pretty decent to be fair to it. I'm going to keep it, but for gaming, I think. And then, so we've got this, load of clothes in boxes here, as you can see, these Perspex boxes. And then this is the wardrobe, and shoes and stuff go down there. Obviously this is just this chair stresses me out. Obviously this was just a temporary solution, because what I want to do and what I'm going to do is have a desk across that whole back wall, so like a room width desk. So I've just ordered like a worktop, basically like a kitchen worktop from House of Worktops something. So we've gone for prime oak, that'll be just suspended against the wall, and then that'll allow me to get a wardrobe here, just get a white wardrobe, and then obviously to start putting some of that crap away. Morning team. Quite the day today. Quite a lot to update you on as well. Today is Saturday, the 27th of Feb. It's the last couple of days in Feb before we obviously reach March. I'm sat here with my black decaf coffee because I'm going to save my caffeinated coffee until later on. My old man's coming around, the infamous Stuart Brighty, and my little brother, no, not so infamous, Isaac Brighty, who by the way is a sensational gamer. The stuff I see him do on Warzone blows my mind, and he's actually streaming now. He's streaming on Twitch, so anyone who is interested in that side of things, I strongly urge you to get involved in his stream. I'll put his link in the description. It would mean the world to me if you're watching this and you could just go and give him a follow if you do follow gaming and you are on Twitch. That would be awesome. Anyway, the reason I've got lots to update you on is because I've had a bit of a revelation yesterday with regards to prep, and I'm going to reveal that at some point because it's quite a shocker. I was in the gutters yesterday a little bit, very bittersweet, but I was a bit like, oh fucking hell. So hold tight for that. I'll fill you in I'll fill you in on that later, and we can talk about it, because it's important. And I think it's important as well to give you the information that you might need to spot if something's happening like this to you. So bear that in mind. We're all good, by the way. Like, we're gonna be fine. But it was a shocker yesterday. So yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. But for now, like I said, it's chore day. We're going to be choring away, and I'll take you along. So now I'm just going to go through my stretches. I've got like stretches and rehab/prehab to do, so I'm going to do that now. You'll get a little insight into what I'm doing. It's mostly to loosen up my hips, and then I'll also do my delt exercise as well, which is the classic rotator cuff thing. So you shall see all of that. That's all, folks. Fuck me. What was that? 5 minutes. I'm knackered. Those planks, I think I might have found my weakness. Those were awful planks. And here it is, ladies and gents. Here it is, sports fans. The Body Max recumbent bike. Should I go home? Oh. It's in there. Hello. Sorry, just talking to Tom and Josh. Josh says he feels lean as fuck, he says. He means relative to how chunky he was 4 weeks ago. Not actually in terms of how lean I am. I was thinking, yeah, you fat fuck. Joking. I'm just joking. This is my current vice at the moment. Tea with a couple of sweeteners in. Just hits differently. My brother just said to me, I got my brother around, and he just said to me, are you going out for a walk? I was like, no, I just like wearing more layers. For anyone asking, Essentials hoodie, can't tell you where to get it from, don't know, probably wouldn't bother buying it anymore, they're a bit sort of past it. This is from Arquette, this gilet, and it's about 18 months old, so you probably also can't get that, but Arquette's very nice. It's actually an offshoot of H&M. Anyway, I got you here today to wrap up the video. I say wrap up, this is going to be a long wrap up, but a very interesting one. I need to tell you about this revelation that I spoke about at the start of this video. So, prep started now for me, I believe, 4 weeks ago. I don't actually believe I've made any progress in terms of fat loss, which is obviously quite alarming, and you might be like, what? So there's been little moments where I've looked and I've been like, oh yeah, you're a bit leaner, maybe like before I get to bed, sometimes in the morning when I'm a bit drier, there's a bit more ab veins. In my head, I wonder if that is a bit of a fabricated, not fabricated, but not quite representative of my true body leanness. So my lower abdomen is currently very lean. I believe that is because that's where we inject growth hormone. This is something that I've not used in previous preps. It's the first time I've used it over the last sort of 6 months and in this prep, and it essentially has a catabolic effect, or a lipolytic effect, sorry. So it will literally help you locally lose fat, which is what I think is happening. So that looks very lean, great, but everywhere else not so much. Anyway, I'll put some side by sides up so you can see. Week 1 to week 4. So week 1, obviously I got back from Dubai. I've been in isolation for 12 days, having caught COVID, no training, barely any steps, probably eating around 3,300, 3,500 calories, but not tracked because we were ordering food. Obviously got home, isolated, then training, steps to 10,000 per day, cardio in, diet food, etc. As well as what's supposed to be, now this is the main bit of this chat, a blast cycle, okay? So I went from what I believe to be cruising in Dubai to blasting when I got home. That should effectively mean an increase in fullness, an increase in recovery, almost a resistance to sort of injuries and impingements. Training performance should improve, and really, like, your body weight may go up to start with, but if you're under your maintenance at that point, you should really then start losing some body fat, and it should be quite visible. 4 weeks on, there should be some really visible changes. I don't believe I've seen them, and we've made quite a few adjustments already. So now cardio's gone from 2 times per week, it's now daily. 20 minutes daily fasted, cleanse gone in, your himbine's gone in, and food has been reduced, I think, by so far in total by 400 calories across training and non-training days. Now, with all that being said, I would have expected to see a fair amount of progress in this first 4 weeks, and actually, like I said, I don't believe I've seen much. Anyway, talking to Tom and Josh this weekend, and this is what's saved potentially my whole prep. Talking to John and Josh, and we've been speaking about sex drive and libido, and I'm sure they won't mind me saying theirs is currently through the roof. Mine is non-existent. I don't have any at the moment, and That normally happens in prep, sure, but later on, not this early. So you've got no sex drive. We've got a lot of niggles and injuries, training not feeling too great. Performance is good, don't get me wrong, but recovery is not. And then we've got this lack of fat loss, and also what seems to be a bit of a slower metabolism than I would be expecting, despite all that increased activity. What do you think's happened? I'll tell you. I'm taking 3 compounds currently. 2 of them are from one place, the third is from another. The third is testosterone. This is obviously the cycle base. We believe that this one is heavily underdosed / completely dud, and therefore I'm not reaping any benefits from it. The other 2 are kind of doing their job in terms of training performance is good, but recovery is not. Probably if my testosterone is low, my estrogen is probably low as well. So we've got all these issues, and that is the bombshell. So effectively, the first 4 weeks have been essentially using fake gear of the most important compound, which is a bit of a nightmare. Now I'm feeling quite bittersweet about it because I'm glad I've noticed it, and I'm also quite annoyed that I've potentially wasted 4 weeks. However, we move. We now have some good stuff in, so prep can now move forward at hopefully a quite rapid rate, and now I do expect to see a big change over these next 4 weeks compared to what we've seen in the last 4 weeks. So maybe we'll check in 4 weeks, but I felt the need to update you guys on that because it's been a really big one for me this week. It's been quite troubling mentally. Psychologically, it's certainly had me sort of down in the dumps a bit. So yeah, hopefully we begin to see that sort of speed up now. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, very raw video of just me sort of not training and pottering around and getting stuff done around the house. I am obviously recording this from my new office setup, which I'm very happy with. Next steps is to get a wardrobe. I need to get a wardrobe quite desperately. And then that'll be this room complete because currently I'm just living out of a rail. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, you know what to do. The likes have been fantastic, the comments have been fantastic, the subscribes could be a little more. I know I've currently got about 40% of non-subscribers watching the video, so please, if you do enjoy, jump on the channel, let's share the love. Stay tuned, speak to you soon.